To it. This is soul or system. Push me to the brink again and leave me hanging on the outer edges of your untouchable galaxy. For you are a body of stars and planets and moons orbiting a brilliant sun, a glorious and wondrous thing. But your gravity does not pull me in. I'm just a speck of stardust, far too insignificant for the likes of your magnificent cluster of delight. So you push me out and you push me away until I can take no more, and I no longer desire to be a part of your world. Where I once gravitated toward you, I now look for another universe to belong to, one that will pull me in and embrace me with its atmosphere. I can nestle into my own orbit around the warmth of its sun. No struggle to belong, no fighting to breathe, just a perfect alignment of planets and stars where everything's right, and I'm a part of this beautiful body of planetary perfection. Ghost heart. She lay there barely breathing, with a mind still full of dreams, and a love never to be recognized, entwined with all her screams. Her heart is but a remnant, left behind by scars, a ghost of what it used to be, now a muscle of cuts and mars. It haunts inside her ribs, searching to be seen, not deceased and not alive, but somewhere in between. It wants so to be revived, a seance of sorts is in need, but who could perform such a ritual, if such a thing even exists indeed? It's begging to be brought to life with copious amounts of love to give, but for now it dwells in purgatory, finding no real reason to live. With no love in sight, what's a heart meant to do? Ghostly pulses beat in her chest as she waits for someone, but who? Phantom of the chest, terror of the soul, she isn't quite departed, and yet she's not quite whole. Envious of the living, jealous of the pulse, perceived as just an illusion, little more than false. The thought that someone's watching, the chill upon the air, the whisper barely heard that raises those tiny hairs. Did you really see? Was the feeling really there? Yes, that was the ghost of a heart, lingering and heavy with care. A specter locked within bone, sensed within the presence of a girl, doomed to this place in between, this lonely limbo of a girl. Words. Words are never just words. They can be weapons or things that woo. They can say what you think, explain how you feel, but they're never just words to you. They've been known to cause pain. They've been known to cause smiles. They've been known to lay loved ones in dirt. They're never just words. They're not even letters. They're givers of pleasure and hurt. They can lead one to victory or cause one to fail or inspire a country of men. Spoken or written, once words are out, people remember them again and again. Words can be vows of love and of life. They can break the heart of a few. Words with conviction are more than just diction. They become the actions of you. No matter the language, no matter the tongue, words can be put into line. Then they become verse, a song, or a curse. They don't always have to rhyme. Words of betrayal can murder one's soul with less than a knife and a back. But they might be just words, but worded just right can put out the lies just like facts. A word is a word, but if it isn't heard, was it worth even speaking at all? And when silence won't do, speak the heart of you. They're your words, so you make the call. With one word, goodbye, or maybe hello, one a beginning and one an end. Words have the power to create some enemies and sometimes to create friends. So be careful with words and how they are spoken because their power is unbounded. Choose your words wisely and speak them real clear because once spoken, they can't be unsounded. I am perfectly imperfect. I wear my scars and flaws like a fine satin evening gown, waiting to be crowned Miss World. For I am proud of every fault. Why, you ask? Because I defy the standards of beauty set by society. Yes, I am perfectly imperfect. And as for the beauty standards, with their perfect physique, and their perfect tan, and their perfect hair, and their perfect makeup, and their perfect fashion sense, fuck them and fuck that. I am not an unblemished, faultless, impeccable, splendidly pure perfection. No, I am what I always have been, what I am, and what I always will be. Perfectly imperfect. It's called In the Grips of the Monster. In the grips of the monster again. He lurks inside the darkness within. Sometimes he's dormant, sleeping so sound, that he rears his head and drags me right down. It feels like I'm drowning and cannot breathe, and I'm fighting for something, a little reprieve. But the monster, he holds me within his clutch. I try to break free, but stay locked in his touch. When I'm his slave, nothing can be done to shed light on my world, not even the sun. Engulfed in the darkness, consumed by the night, it feels no one can save me from this dreary plight. So I shut the world out and shut myself in, for the monster's dwelling inside my skin. And he holds me down and drains me of tears while feeding my insecurities and fears. He comes out of hiding and decides to play. These are the scariest of all of my days. He makes it impossible for me to live life and fills my soul with indescribable strife. I can't face the day and can't face myself. Yes, the monster gets pleasure out of this hell. And try as I might, I cannot escape, for this is my life and this is my fate. How can you run from what hides inside? You can't, so instead, I choose to hide. Hide from the world, since I can't hide from me, and I can never tell where the monster will be. In my heart, in my brain, or maybe my soul, or maybe he'll just take over me as a whole. That's what I fear most, for that can't be escaped. The monster will destroy all in its wake. So I fight to control the monster within. Sometimes I lose, and sometimes I win. But the war is never over for the monster inside, and it will not be over until the day that I die. I will fight, and I'll struggle, and I'll own this war. And in the end, I'll know what it was all for. But one thing's for sure, this monster's my own. He is my enemy, and I am his home. And last but not least, I'm going to end it with what I thought would be suiting, worth 1,000 words. Slit my wrist and bleed words all over the page of life. Poetical, emotional outlet, and it's worth the sacrifice. Open my heart like pages of a book for all to see. No hidden truths, no lies, no codes, just me. Pouring my soul out in an attempt to be heard, I give you my heart and my mind in the form of words. Split open my skull and see the feelings racing through. Scrawl them on Spill them from my tongue in hopes you feel them too. Scrawl them on paper, a keepsake from within. Ask me what I feel inside, where do I begin? Begin with a pen and a paper, my faithful weapons. When the feelings overwhelm, the writer in me beckons. Let it out, let it pour, let the emotions flow. Write it down, speak it out for all the world to know. To bottle it up is to light a fuse on one's own ticking heart. To let it out is to, in the gift of words, is to create and impart. Bestow my thoughts and all my dreams and everything between, and everything within myself that cannot be foreseen. I give all this unto the world with words upon the page. The written word my weapon, and life the ever-changing stage.